Those white clouds you're seeing in the space, that's just some venting that we naturally do as we are in space.
Осколков или мусора.
And coming up now, though, we're still waiting for solar ray deployment. If you're just tuning in, Dragon had a nominal mission thus far. Looks like we're hearing some cheering, waiting to see the confirmation. There they are. Those are the solar rays unfolding from Dragon. That's actually the back side of the solar rays. You can see the wire harnesses that connect the different cells together. What Dragon will do now is make sure these solar rays are working, and then at T+3 hours, our GNC bay door will open. That's where we begin the precise pointing and navigation systems to get ourselves on our way to the space station. After which point in time, we will conduct a number of height altitude and orbital adjustment burns, eventually leading to that capture on Wednesday. And so to recap, we had a perfectly nominal mission, as we like around here. Falcon 9 performed its job splendidly, delivered Dragon to a perfect parking orbit. Dragon has since unfolded its solar rays. You see that live view from space. It's certainly my favorite view from space of Dragon missions, of our solar rays with Earth in the background. So because we're at this point in time, we're going to conclude our coverage for today's mission. We would like to thank NASA for today's mission, the Range, Cape Canaveral Air Force Station for their support, the FAA as well for their support, and most importantly, you, the viewer, for tuning in. If you would like to come and join us, please check out spacex.com/careers. Our mission doesn't end here. There are many more days to come, leading up to the berthing with the International Space Station. Capture will be 4 a.m. on Wednesday. You can check out all of that coverage on NASA TV. But if you'd like to follow along with us, be sure to follow our social media, Instagram or Twitter, as well as SpaceX.com. We will keep you updated on the mission's progress. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Ждем космонавтики, друзья, а эти пиндосы всегда да, вы первые пошли в космос, а вы вторые.
It's just after 1:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, or 2015 Universal Coordinated Time, on Monday, April 2nd, and you are looking at a live shot of Space Launch Complex 40, where the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket is about to launch our Dragon spacecraft, towing 5,800 pounds of cargo to the International Space Station. My name is John Federspiel, and I'm a lead mechanical design engineer here at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. I am thrilled to be here with you to cover our 14th cargo resupply services mission to the International Space Station. Today, for the second time ever, we are flying both a flight-proven first stage and a flight-proven Dragon. That means both the first stage and Dragon have gone to space before. And with T-minus 12 minutes and 30 seconds and counting, all systems are go at Cape Canaveral.
Нет, спасибо, не хочу смотреть, как она взлетает. Такого насмотрелась уже. О, сейчас он покажет. Вот, он пыхтит пока. Это же надо же, вот такая вот маленькая труба взлетит сейчас вообще в космос, представляете? Там, где звезды, там, где небо, там, где нет атмосферы.
As I mentioned previously, both our first stage and Dragon spacecraft have gone to space before. That Falcon 9 first stage, it looks a little bit sootier at the bottom there. That's because our refurbishment process does not involve us scrubbing that first stage to make it nice and clean. That first stage flew on August 17th, 2017 for our CRS-12 mission, whereas the Dragon spacecraft on top of the vehicle flew on April 8th, 2017 for our CRS-8 mission. Both Dragon and Falcon 9 were designed up front with reflight in mind, so the vehicle hardware is built to support multiple missions with minimal refurbishment in between. As I mentioned previously, the Dragon first stage looks sootier, whereas Dragon, as you see it on your screen, looks brand new. That's because we refurbished the thermal protection system, or TPS, on the exterior to give it that nice white, brand spanking new look as you see it now. For today's mission, SpaceX does not plan to recover the first stage. Instead, we're going to be pushing the limits a bit on our return trajectory so that our first stage can collect additional data that will help inform our future reusability efforts. We are going to be performing a landing sequence out in the Atlantic Ocean to gather that data.
Так, что они пишут-то? Русских надо читать, русских. Вы заметили, 90% американцев, нет, 60% американцев и 40% русские пишут. Куда она взлетит? Обама сосет. Русские прикалы. Земля, пирамида. Земля не это, пирамидальная форма. Она не круглая форма. Что-то все пишут. Земля, квартира. Что-то не поняла, прикол. Холодно. А, прикольно. Обама сосется. Какой Обама? Ты проснись уже. Уже у нас не Обама, а Турчинов правит. Ой, простите. Забыла, кстати, как его зовут. Прикиньте, президента забыл. Слушай, Путин хуйло. Ла-ла-ла-ла. Пейнаймон. Это что? Это я как поняла, греческий. Так, шоу есть. Смотрите, ща рванет. Фортуна. ХЗ только пришел. Русский рулет. Привет. Куда ее запускают? Все понимаю. Ах ты ж, сучка. Жизнь дочка такая химикатами радиоактивная, намешанная.
The most significant portion of today's countdown started at the T.
Вы не поверите, я вам не покажу, как она взлетит.
After that point in time.
Прикиньте, это оказывается трансляция в прямом эфире. Придурки.
Our dragon
Прокрутить можно.
from our second stage, and now that first stage is.
Ну-ка, как она взлетела? Поехали.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Пошел вон, козел, из нашей атмосферы. Ой, облаков-то сколько наделал. Дым, сколько. Красавчик. Земля трясется. Земля трясется. Земля трясется. Это же землетрясение может вылететь. За грань наших возможностей. Ты смотри, красавчик. Звездочка. Продумал формочку.
Actually expanding. And what you just saw there was a successful shutdown of the 9 Merlin engines of our first stage, followed by separation of our first stage from our second stage using 4 pneumatic actuators at the forward end of the stage. And then after that, you saw ignition of our upper stage engine. You may have noticed a piece of metal flying away from the engine. That's a stiffener ring that protects the larger Merlin vacuum nozzle on ascent. It's totally nominal. And on the left side of your screen there, that's actually the Dragon nose cone that has popped off and is falling back to space.
Шапочка Фредди Крюгера. Нет, Карлсона. Нет, моя шапочка. Моя шапочка.
Dragon nose cone falling off, totally nominal. That's exactly what we want to see. We use that nose cone to protect the forward end of Dragon on ascent through the...
Mersker. What is this? Oh.
And that is a view from the forward...
Что это такое, кстати? Так миленько. Вот сейчас будет. Состыковка.
And we have shutdown of the second stage engine. You saw the speed tick up to about 27,000 kilometers per hour. We're going to coast here for about a minute, and then Dragon will separate.
Ракета отлетает от Земли
Stage 2 orbit
And we
insertion.
just also got the confirmation that we are in a good parking orbit of our second stage.
Acquisition of signal Newfoundland.
Coming up on Dragon deployment in about
Смотрите,
15 seconds.
создатели сидят, контроллеры, инженеры космических наук. И люди там. Чё вот непонятно ничего? Как так можно, а?
Inside Dragon's trunk as it's set.
Как-то слишком медленно они показывают. Они раздражают меня, раздражают. Пойду валерьяночки попью. Пошла, видите?
And that is a view from the forward end of our second stage, looking inside Dragon's trunk as it separates from the second stage.
Вот что это такое?
Those are 3 of the science experiments
Расслоение
deployed those
ракеты.
solar arrays to get ourselves complex 40. Addition.
Ничего не поняла.
Since then,
Две ракеты
I'm going to
запустили.
keep an eye. Slow are many more days.
Или
Zero
повторяют по
mark
кругу одно и то
came the
же.
first.
Какие же нечестные
SpaceX's
люди.
14th commercial resupply
Кен,
mission
какие
to the
у меня есть
International
Барби.
Space Station will mark the first opportunity of 2018 to replenish this U.S. national laboratory in low Earth orbit with new and exciting research. Let's learn more about some of the featured investigations and facilities that are destined to station as part of this mission.
490 Biotech will examine anti-cancer therapeutics through a novel bioluminescent kit. This research could have far-reaching impacts on the drug development process, to include the
Ладно,
timing of
дорогие
when
друзья, поздравляю вас
therapeutics come to market.
с 23 февраля, ой, простите, с 12 апреля. Желаю вам космических приключений, космографии, космологии, из космогрязи в космокнязи. Смотрите, какой классный робот. Он что-то чинит. Какие-то космические грузы, космические качельки. Хотите покататься на космических качельках? Смотрите, клево. В невесомости стоит, чинит на тренажере. А это были акварельки. Из них можно рисовать. Все, пока.